Hi everybody, welcome to Verbs. I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched on adding ed to words. Remember that verbs are the action in sentences, all right? They are what causes the subject to do things. They're the action. Remember that when you add an ending to a base word, it's called a suffix. Ing is a suffix, and it is added to the ending of verbs, and it means that something is happening right now. Remember that when you add the ed to words, it is also a suffix, an ending added to an original word, the ed, and it means that something is happening in the past. All right, happening in the past. All right, let's look at this poster right here because these are the rules that go with adding ed. All right, and it's very important that you, as we go through second grade and third grade, that you really get these rules down. So it says the past tense of many verbs is formed by adding that ed. Remember that if it's two consonants that end in a word, you just add the ed. When the verb ends in y, you have to change the y to I and add ed. Whoa, that's very, very different, okay? So you really have to think about it. So when a verb ends in y and it's consonant y, you have to drop the y and add the ed, the ied. When the verb ends in e, you just really add the D to it. So if a verb ends in E, you just really add the E to it. You don't do two E's, you just really drop that one and then add the ED or just add the D to it. And then when the verb is a one syllable word and ends with a single consonant after a short vowel, remember, you're going to double that consonant and add the ed. That's the same way with the ing. All right, same exact rule. All right, so there you go for the rules that have to do. And here's examples. Cook, we just add the ed. Hurry, we drop the y and add the ied. Like, well, they say drop the e. Well, I say just add the d. And then remember, if it's a short vowel, eh, I, and a, you have to double the consonant. And the only two consonants that we don't double are the X and the W. All right? All right, let's go on. What verb do you think that child is doing right there? I think that child is smiling. Okay, so I could do smile. I could do smiles. I could do smiling. Now watch this. Drop the E and add the ing. Or I could do smiled, just add that D. Now I didn't talk to you about the S, but the S is also one that you can add to the verb, but we'll be talking about this again. The main one is getting the spelling down and watching how I do this. Okay, now what do you think he's doing? Well, I think he is hitting. So I'm going to go hit, hits. Now listen, it. Do you see that? I'm going to double the T and add the ing. Now, is hitted a word? Listen to that. Hit, hits, hitting, hitted. I hitted my brother. No, it goes back and says hit again. That's an irregular past tense. Hit, hits, hitting, hit. All right? Because hitted doesn't make any sense. I hitted you. So you really need to think about, do some of these sound and correct when you add that? Okay, what do you think she's doing? That's a hard one. She's hurry. Hurry. She's in a hurry. So hurry. I'm going to go hurry. Oh, there's that Y. Hurrying. All right. I'm going to go her. Oh, what did they say? Drop the Y and add the ED. Do you notice that I keep the Y here and add the ing? But when you're adding the ED, you drop the Y and add the IED. So it's hurry, hurries. I didn't put that one in. Hurrying, hurried. Okay? So there's those rules. And as we do this and you practice more and more with spelling, you get really good at doing this. All right, what do you think they're doing? Well, I think they're hiking. So I'm going to put hike, hikes, hiking. Okay, now this is where I drop the E and I add the ing. And here is where I just go hiked. And all of these are verbs. And remember, we're adding that ing and the ed to verbs this week. All right, thanks for listening.